Broncos Auto Parts. Bill McCroskey from Sheraton, he's the owner. It's a Gambler chassis with a Westmar engine. '92 car is Dean Jacobs out of Worcester, Ohio. Denny Ashworth is the owner. It's a Schnee chassis with a Kreiner engine. Dean Jacobs out of Worcester, Ohio. The night came in here tonight. You need to stop down at the Dirt Digest booth as you come into the grandstand area and guess the quick time. If you are the winner of our Guess Quick Time contest, you get to award our quick qualifier with a check for $50 here tonight. You will get a free oil change from a Klein Standard here in Knoxville, and you will be entered in a drawing for a watch to be given away by Gibson Jewelry. Ron Johnson Construction sponsored car number 83. This is Justin Henderson. Justin Henderson, first car on the clock here tonight. 16.892, 16.892. Second lap time on Henderson sponsored sprint car. It's Bob Weave. Bob Weave, W-E-U-V-E from Newton, Iowa. $16.204, first time around on Bob Weave. Car also sponsored by Wagner Landscaping and Excavating, Able Pest Control, and Liberty Pattern Company. Second lap time, 16.210, 16210, the second qualifying time for Bob Weave. On the speedway now to Van Der Ecken Motorsports, sponsored, or owned car number 10, sponsored by Mid-States Ford, Clark Construction, Denko, and Dairy Queen. From Bridgewater, Australia, Jamie Moyle. Jamie Moyle on the clock. First lap time, 16.603, 16603. First qualifying lap for Jamie Moyle. Second lap time, a little better, 16.447, 16447. On the clock now, the Smith Oil sponsored car number 17C from Mount Air, Chad Smith. Chad Smith driving the 17 car. Chad, the son of Randy Smith, the grandson of Hank Smith. First lap time, 16.793, 16793. First qualifying time for Chad Smith. Second lap time on Smith, 16.852, 16.852. Driving the Billion Automotive Motorsports, Des Moines Industrial Products and Energy Release sponsored car number 6 from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, it's Marlon Jones. 16.205, 16205, first trip around for Jones in the 6th car. Second lap time is not as good, 16.248, 16248. In the La Vista Kino sponsored car number 41B, the young man hails from Omaha, Nebraska. It's Nick Bellino. Nick Bellino, B-E-L-L-I-N-O, from Omaha. Bob Weave is quick so far. First lap time for Bellino, 16.442, 16442. Bob Weave holds quick time so far at 16.204. Second lap time on Nick Bellino, 16.633, 16633. driving the car number 71M, the driver from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, Kevin Fry. Kevin Fry on the clock. Kevin has purchased this equipment from the Modern Motorsports crew. First lap time on Fry, 16.720, 16720. Working hard to get a motor back ready to go for that 7 car. On the speedway now, he's the man who sponsors this evening for the 410 cars. The McCroskey Chevrolet Olds car number 91 KW from Sheridan. It's Wild Bill McCroskey. One 7.489, 17.489. Second lap time for McCroskey, 17.287, 17287. Driving the TBM Racing, car number 2+ from Fremont, Ohio, Brian Smith. Brian Smith, currently in the top 10 in the point standings for the All-Star Circuit of Champions, making the trip over from Fremont, Ohio. 17.258, 17258. Second lap time on Smith, Keith Kaufman on the clock in the U2 car. Kaufman finished second on Thursday night up at Hartford, South Dakota. His first lap time here tonight is a 16.438, 16438, first trip around for Kaufman. Second lap time a little better, 16.352, 16352. Second one's the better one for Keith Kaufman. Driving the RF Fisher Electric Company, Carney & Son Construction sponsor, car number 86. The driver from Ozaukee, Kansas is John Carney. John Carney behind the wheel of the 86 car on the clock. And John having some problems with that car. His official qualifying time here tonight will be a 17.0. King and Dr. Pepper are sponsors on the car number 1. BK picked up a win on our double feature night here recently at the Knoxville Raceway. From Lincoln, Nebraska, Don Dowd Jr. First lap time is quick time so far tonight, 16.102, 16102. Time brings it down to the 15s, 15.935, 15935. That's the fastest time of the night so far for Don Dowd Jr. In the Cox Design and Laser Processing car number 1, the Jordan Brothers sprinter, the driver from Huxley, Iowa, it's Brent Antill. Brent Antill on the clock in the 1 car. 16.559, 16559, first trip around the half mile for Brent Antill. Second lap time is a 16.398, 16398. The clock now, and that beautifully colored car number 45, GP Graphics, the sponsor of the driver out of Montgomery, Minnesota. This is Tony Norum. Tony Norum in the 45 car. 16.625, 1:06.25, first lap for Tony Nora. Second lap time on Norm, 16.468, 1:64.68. Driving the Bates Roofing Company, car number 121, out of Spring City, Pennsylvania. Here's Judy Bates. Judy Bates on the clock. One of two female competitors with us tonight. First lap time, 16.706, 1:67.06. First qualifying lap on Judy Bates. Second lap time, 16.539, 1:65.39. Will be the official qualifying time for Judy Bates. Trump Trucks Midwest Motorsports sponsors on the car number 96, the driver from Worthington, Missouri. He's known as Breezy. It's Scott Whitworth. Scott Whitworth. Looking to the white. And the first lap time is second quick here tonight, 16.142, 1:61.42. Second lap time a little quicker, but it's still second best so far, 16.094, 1:60.94. Custom Harvesting, a sponsor on the car number 55 KC out of Iowa Falls, Iowa. It's Bob Hildreth. Bob Hildreth on the clock. 16.996, 1:69.96, first lap for Bob Hildreth. Second lap time on Hildreth, 16.904, 1:69.04. That will be the official qualifying time for Hildreth. Behind the wheel of the car number 91, sponsored by Progressive Technologies, is a driver. Hails from Shakopee, Minnesota. It's John Cernett. John Cernett out of Shakopee, Minnesota on the clock. 16.442, 1:64.42, first qualifying time for Cernett. Second lap time, a little better, 16.335, 1:63.35. Second time's the official time for John Cernett. That's fifth quick on Cernett. On the clock now, the Phillips Floors, Hunter Construction Millwright Service, car number 16L, from the metropolis of Milo, Iowa, it's Leonard Lee. Leonard Lee on the clock. First lap's a good one, 16.098, 1:60.98. Time a little better, 16.043, 1:60.43. That's second quick for Leonard Lee. Is the track getting faster? This gentleman right here will give it that test. In the car number 56, the Muddy Lush Racing 56 car, the driver from right here in Knoxville, Chris Walraven. Dunkle Enterprises, a sponsor on the 56, gets up over the cushion just a bit there in fourth. Still a pretty good time at 16.281, 1:62.81. Walraven, notoriously a great qualifier here at the Knoxville Raceway. Not tonight though, 16.459, 16.574, 1:65.74, first trip around for Matrician. 16623. 16623.
Benson Construction, TK Concrete, number 55, it's Skip Jackson. Skip Jackson. First lap time, 16.107. 16.107. First lap time for Skip Jackson. Second lap time, 16.035. 16.035. Out on the speedway now from Hook, Texas, in the Salina Engine Service Maxim. Car number 9W is Gary Wright. Gary Wright. Skip Jackson, second quick. First lap time for Gary Wright, 15.988. 15.988, that's second quick. Second lap time, 15.923. 15.923, quick time for Gary Wright. Out on the speedway from Des Moines in the Tony Morrow Auto Body AC Delco Midwest Radiator 2M, it's Matt Morrow. Matt Morrow. First lap time is 16.446. 16.446. Second lap time, 16.390. 16.390. On the speedway now from Pekin, Illinois, in the Automotive Machines Goodyear, car number 71, it's Manny Rockhold. Manny Rockhold in car number 71. First lap time is 16.451. 16.451. Second lap time is 16.409. 16.409. Speedway now, the American Compressed Steel Raby Concrete 5K from Sedalia, Missouri. It's Kevin Whitworth. Kevin Whitworth. First lap time is 16.508. 16.508. Second lap time is 16.608. 16.608. Out on the speedway now from Beaumont, Texas, in the J&J Bankston Construction Salina Engine 8. It's John Bankston. John Bankston. First lap time for Bankston is 16.456. 16.456. Second lap time is 16.536. Out on the track now from Holmesville, Ohio, in the Hughes Wheel and Axle Goodyear car number 94. Give him a big hand, it's Kenny Jacobs. Kenny Jacobs in car 94. First lap time is quick time, 15.900. 15.900, quick time. Second lap time is 15.971. 15.971. Kenny Jacobs with quick time. the track now from Fremont, Ohio, in the Shop Motorsports 23S, it's Frankie Kerr. Frankie Kerr. First lap time is 15.921. 15.921. That's second quick. Second lap time is better, 15.899. Quick time, 15.899. Out on the track now from Des Moines in the Casey's General Store, local 347 Unicon, car number 7S is Tim St. Arnold. Tim St. Arnold. First lap time is 18.141. 18.141. Time for St. Arnold is 18.011, and the Bow Parks Glasgow First Response Security 6B is Brian Grimes. Brian Grimes. First lap time for Grimes is 16.859. 16.859. Lap time is 16.595. 16.595. Second lap time from the Hill in McCroskey Chevrolet Old Sander Engineering D-Bill Consulting car number 24. It's Terry McCarl. Terry McCarl. First lap time is 16.202. 16.202. Carl is 16.089. Another one of the lady hot shoes out on the speedway now from Asheville, Ohio in the Mead Carbonless Paper. Car number 9 is Sarah Fisher. Sarah Fisher in car 9. First lap time is 16.452. 16.452. Second lap time is 16.558. Out on the track now from Brownsburg, Indiana, in the Dirty Engine Stealth Chassis Mox Motorsports. Car number 17 is Joey Saldana. Joey Saldana in car 17. First lap time is 16.232. 16.232. Second lap time is 16.179. 16.179. Out on the speedway now in the J. Hughes Beard Welding Medicap Pharmacy, car number 12 from Snohomish, Washington, Travis Cram. Travis Cram in car 12. First lap time is 16.409. 16.409. Second lap time is 16.543. 16.543. Out on the track now from Dayton, Minnesota, in the Corner Car Wash, Corner Lube 1K is Billy Anderson. Billy Anderson. 6. Out on the speedway now for first of 2 laps on the clock from Wooster, Ohio, in car number 92 is Dean Jacobs. Dean Jacobs. First lap time is 16.457. 16.457. Second lap time is 16.282. 16.282. Track now from Urbana, Pennsylvania. In the 13J is Scott Jones. Scott Jones. First lap time is 16.948. 16.948. Lap time is 16.948. 16.948. Mr. Consistency. Out on the track now from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, in the Long Hair Racing 12L, it's John Lambert. John Lambert. First lap time is 16.923. 16.923. First lap time is 17.119. Out on the track now, being scored as the 25. In the AC Delco Tony Morrow Auto Body, number 25 is Lee Nelson. Lee Nelson. First lap time is 16.894. 16.894. Second lap time for Nelson, 16.6. Here he is from Fremont, Ohio, scored in car number 81. It's Harold McGilton. Harold McGilton. And the McCroskey GM Discount Center pace truck leads your field around for your first United Express Line Heat event. Nick Bellino and Brent Anhill will sit in row number 1. Dean Jacobs and Joey Saldana in row 2. Row 3 is Skip Jackson and Frankie Kerr. Row number 4 is Tony Norum and Brian Grimes. Row number 5 is Bob Hildreth and Larry Pinniger. The final spot in your United Express Line heat race is Tim St. Arnold in the orange 7S. Getting set to go, the yellow lights off. Doug is going to take a long look at him. Nick Bellino is going to lead him through 3 and 4 to the white line where we go racing. Let's turn him up. Let's go racing. Nick Bellino brings him to the low side underneath the Hall of Fame. Brent Anhill runs second. Joey Saldana, Frankie Kerr, Skip Jackson, and Dean Jacobs. Your top 5 cars go to the feature. Kerr riding in that 5th and final transfer. Here comes Jacobs up to challenge, takes a look to the bottom side. Your race now for the final transfer. Jacobs makes his move off forward, and now riding in that final transfer. Nick Bellino in the Levistic Kino 41B still shows the way down the back chute. Brent Anhill working in second, now taking a look, trying to reel him in as they work turn number 4. Joey Saldana still running third, Skip Jackson. And Dean Jacobs. Your race now for the lead by the white line. It's Brent Anhill and Bellino. Anhill gets a little loose off fourth. Joey Saldana still running in third. Tony Norum, whoa! fifth. GM Powertrain Group Pace Truck and the McCroskey Chevrolet Discount Center Pace Vehicle pulls to the infield as the yellow light is off. Jamie Moyle is going to bring him around to the white line for your second heat event. Let's turn him up. Jamie Moyle hard on the go pedal into turn 2. John Cernett works second. Dennis Moore Jr. working third. Bob Weed. Here comes Leonard Lee on the high side. Taking a look at Kenny Jacobs. Wheel to wheel down the front shoes. Leonard Lee is on the move. Takes a look at Bob Weed. Working the cushion. Pulling the front wheels off too. The top 5 cars will transfer into the main. Now Leonard Lee again. Working hard on Bob Weed as they work off 4. Side by side. Down the front chute. Still on the high side of the speedway is Leonard Lee. Weave able to hold on to that 5th transfer spot. Leonard Lee still trying to make his move. The top 5 cars go on to the feature. Jamie Moyle with the cruise control on, showing the way down the back chute. John Cernett works second, Dennis Moore Jr. Then the 94 of Kenny Jacobs and the 19 of Bob Weave. Now starting to form for third. Dennis Moore Jr. and Kenny Jacobs as Jacobs bobbles through 4, allowing Bob Weave to close. Leonard Lee still working hard on that 5th spot, trying to make it around Bob Weave. Weave shuts the door as they go into 3. Leonard gets a good run on the cushion, still working wheel to wheel as they look through 4. Duck and dive, your race for 5th. Again, side by side racing for the final transfer, but Weave hanging on to the 5th spot. This time by, the white flag is out for Jamie Moyle. If Leonard Lee wants it, he's going to have to come and get it. This time by, your winner, number 10 is Jamie Moyle. Second is John Cernett. Third, Dennis Moore Jr. Fourth is Kenny Jacobs. And Bob Weave brings it home 5th. So making the 5th and final transfer, car number 19 from Newton is Bob Weave. Running 4th, the car number 94 is Kenny Jacobs. Third, the 1S is Dennis Moore Jr. Second will be the 91 of John Cernett. Picking up the win. Put your hands together. Car number 10 is Jamie Moyle. The McCroskey GM Discount Center Pace Truck and the GM Performance General Motors Corporation GM Powertrain Group Pace Truck from the All-Star Circuit of Champions, showing the field around. Don't forget to stop outside by the United Express Line souvenir trailer and pick up your official All-Star Circuit of Champions souvenir gear. Tomorrow night, join us at the 34 Raceway, another night of the All-Star Circuit of Champions moving down the road. Getting set to go, the yellow lights off. Sarah Fisher is going to bring them around. Manny Rockhold alongside, we're green. The young lady gets a good start in car number 9, showing them down the back chute. Keith Kaufman and Manny Rockhold run wheel to wheel for second. You've got a good battle for the top 4 spots. Sarah Fisher, Manny Rockhold, Keith Kaufman, Indy's got a battle for 4th. Wheel to wheel, Marlon Jones to the bottom side. Taking a look at Gary Wright as Wright gets a little over the cushion, losing a little ground to Marlon Jones. Terry McCall now closing on Wright. The top 5 cars make their way into the feature. McCarl running 6th, takes a look at Wright down the back chute. Ducks to the bottom side, trying to wheel his way in. Side by side, working through turn 4. bottom side is Kaufman. Fisher still leads him down the front chute. Sarah Fisher in the lead in Harmonless Paper. Car number 9, your race leader. Manny Rockhold running second. Marlon Jones runs third. Keith Kaufman working fourth. It's Terry McCarl in the fifth and final transfer. Gary Wright running sixth. Then Judy Bates runs seventh. That'll bring out the red flag, believed to be Billy Anderson. Red coming out for the 1K of Billy Anderson, getting a little hot over in turn 4. The top 5 cars will transfer into the feature. Sarah will bring him around to the orange cone, located right here on the front chute. When we get by there, we're green. The young ladies hot on the gas, we're racing. Marlon Jones works Manny Rockhold, wheel to wheel down the back chute. Racing side by side into turn number 3. On the bottom is Marlon Jones. Rockhold to the high side, this time live, the white flag is out. One more time around the half mile for Sarah Fisher. Jones still works hard on Manny Rockhold down the back chute. You've got a good battle for second. Off turn number 4, your winner, Sarah Fisher. Then Marlon Jones, Manny Rockhold, Terry McCullough, and Gary Wright. So running unofficially in the 5th and final transfer, the 9W is Gary Wright. Running 4th, the 24 is Terry McCarl. 3rd, the 71 is Manny Rockhold. And putting on a great couple last lap charge, car number 6 is Marlon Jones. Picking up the win from Asheville, Ohio. Put your hands together, it's Sarah Fisher. Sarah Fisher.
Kevin Eckert, you need to go to the elevator at the ground floor. Kevin Eckert to the elevator at the ground floor. 4th and final heat race for the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Again, the top 5 cars advance to tonight's A main. The rest will come out of the B tonight. We'll take 4 out of the B. Right now, we're looking for the final 5 out of the heats. John Bankston mashes the gas and we're underway. Drag race into 1. It's going to go to the youngster, Travis Cram. Bankston slips in for 2nd. Here's Don Brown Jr. trying the high side of Walraven, looking for 3rd. He has to get off the gas. He'll slip in on the high side of Morrow in 4th. Your leader for lap 1, Travis Cram. Now Walraven on the inside of Bankston. Your battle for 2nd off turn 2. Chris Walraven up to 2nd in the 56 car as Jeff Matrician begins to work on Matt Morrow into turn 3. The 5th and final qualifying spot is on the line coming off turn 4. Matrician takes over. Now Proud on the high side of Bankston looking for 3rd. Up and over the cushion, he hangs onto it to take over the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, back up front, your battles for the lead off 4. Walraven on the inside, Graham up high. Chris Walraven is your new leader in the 56 car. Cram back to 2nd, then it's Proud. Bankston in 4th. Matrician holds down 5th, and Breezy Whitworth is trying to get qualified as he is charging in the 6th spot. Walraven trying to walk away with heat race number 4 here tonight in the Blue 10. Don Brown Jr. closing in on the 2nd place car of Travis Cram. Lap number 5 this time by. Brown takes a look on the inside of Cram in turn 1. Don Brown Jr. on the charge. Bill McCloskey up in the infield momentarily brings it back out. He's a lap car in a moment in turn 3. Don Drought now into 2nd. Your battle is for the 5th and final qualifying spot. Breezy Whitworth on the outside of Jeff Patricia. Wheel to wheel they go into turn 1, racing for 5th. Whitworth on the high side. Patricia down in the oil dry takes over 5th. lap traffic. 1 lap to go, white flag flies. Now we've got a green light on the front stretch. John Bankston has him team up on him down the front straightaway. Meanwhile, up front, Don Dowd Jr. slips the inside of Chris Walraven to take over the lead. Checkered flag will fly in this exciting 4th heat race. He'll go to Don Dowd Jr. Walraven is 2nd. 3rd spot to Cram. 4th is too close to call between Whitworth and Matrician. Plenty of action in that 4th and final heat race for the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Picking up the win in the final lap in the car number 1 BK, Burger King, Dr. Pepper, Klein Engines, the sponsors. For Lincoln, Nebraska's Don Dowd Jr.
Sarah Fisher will be joining the dash rather than Gary Wright. Jacobs and Joey Saldana putting the go pedal to the floor. Jacobs showing him in turn 1. Joey Saldana runs 2nd. Terry McCarl and Dean Jacobs, then Sarah Fisher. Dean Jacobs off the pedal down the back chute. Brother Kenny hard on the gas and leading the way. Your commercial truck and trailer dash. This time by, the white flag is out. Kenny Jacobs, Joey Saldana, Terry McCarl, and Sarah Fisher. Working off turn number 4. This time by, please put your hands together. The 94 is Kenny Jacobs. Running 2nd to 17 of Joey Saldana. 3rd to 24 of Terry McCarl. And running 4th will be the 9F of Sarah Fisher. Running in the 5th spot then will be the 92 car of Dean Jacobs.
Takes the earplugs out. He'll make his way around front out of Holmesville, Ohio. Let's welcome Kenny Jacobs.
55 KC is Bob Hildreth, and alongside of him, the 12L is John Lambert. Your next row on the inside, the 13J will be Scott Jones, and alongside of him from Des Moines, the 11L is Larry Pinnegard. Next row on the inside, the 2+ from Fremont, Ohio is Brian Smith, and outside of him from Osaka, Kansas is John Carney. Your final row from Sheraton, the 91 KW is Bill McCroskey, and alongside of him, the 7S is Tim St. Arnold. I didn't think I was going to get that whole list in before the yellow light went off. Getting set to go. Doug's taking a long look at him. To the white line we go. Frankie Kerr is going to set the pace. We're green. Frankie Kerr and Leonard Lee going at it down the back chute. Leonard Lee in the Phillips 416L shows the way. Now Frankie Kerr works the bottom side of turn number 4. Kaufman, Matt Morrow getting a little sideways off 4, gets it underway. You still got a good one going up front. Leonard Lee, oh, look out! The 121 of Judy Bates taking a hard one over in turn 2. Tough break. I talked to Judy this afternoon. They just were finishing up a brand new car, which they're running tonight. Let's give some more stuff away. Get out your reserve ticket. Section D, row 32, seat 1. Leonard Lee is going to bring him around. He'll set the pace. Frankie Kerr will run 2nd. Keith Kaufman is 3rd. Matt Morrow running in that 4th and final transfer. Then John Bankston, Keith. All right, the yellow light's up, getting set to go. We're going to work toward the cone located here on the front chute. Leonard Lee brings him off, walled in high, we're green. Frankie Kerr drops to the bottom side right away, trying to make a run off too, but no doing. Leonard Lee works the high side underneath the scoreboard. He's your race leader. Frankie Kerr, then Kaufman and Matt Morrow running fourth. John Bankston runs fifth, then your side-by-side battle for sixth. Tony Norm and Kevin Whitworth. Norm works the high side into cover 445 and takes over the position down the back chute. Leonard Lee still showing the way. Frankie Kerr runs second. Yellow coming out for the 91 of Bill McCroskey, setting up on the high side of turn 3. All right, Leonard's gonna bring him around to the orange cone one more time. We're gonna get going, we're green. 4 cars transfer, look at them stack up. Leonard Lee still showing the way down the back chute. Frankie Kerr running in second. Third is Keith Kaufman and Matt Morrow runs fourth. Tony Norm working the fifth spot on the high side, closing and closing fast on Matt Morrow. The race now for the final transfer. Taking a look on the high side is Tony Norm, working hard on Matt Morrow down the back chute. Morrow works the bottom side of turn number 3. Norm to the high side and on the cushion. Side by side, they race into turn number 1. Who's it going to be as they race through the turn? 4 cars transfer, your race for the final spot. Tony Norm now moves into 4th. Matt Morrow back to 5th. Here he comes one more time, knocks on the door. Taking a long look, working off the corner. It's Matt Morrow, halfway. 6 down, 6 to go. Leonard Lee still showing the way. You've got a Jim Dandy race for the final transfer. Norm on the high side of Matt Morrow and takes over the 4th spot again. Matt Morrow now runs 5th. Kevin Whitworth 6th. Then Larry Pinniger. Leonard Lee's got the cruise control set. He's your race leader. Frankie Kerr still running second. Keith Kaufman third. Tony Norm running in that 4th and final transfer. Leonard Lee, your race leader, now works through traffic. Going into turn number 1, the Phillips Floors, Hunter Construction McCroskey, GM Discount Center 16L, works off turn 2 and in the race lead. This time by, the white flag is out one more time around for Leonard Lee. This time by, picking up your B-main win. The checker flag's out for Leonard Lee. Running second will be the 23S of Frankie Kerr. Third, the U2 of Keith Kaufman. And the 4th and final transfer goes to the 45 of Tony Norm. So running in the 4th and final transfer, the 45 is Tony Norm. Third will be the U2 of Keith Kaufman. Second will be the 23S of Frankie Kerr. And picking up the win, the 16L is Leonard Lee.
What a great field of cars assembled as they line them up 4 wide, going down the back straightaway. Race fans, that's your cue. It's time to get up on your feet as they make their way through turns 3 and 4 here at the beautiful Knoxville Raceway. It's your turn. It's time to do your job. Let's make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. the All-Star Circuit of Champions feature event here at the Knoxville Raceway on McCroskey's Chevrolet Night. Now, National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, it's been your weekend. As they come by now, they break formation, but let's give them a send-off over there in the Hall of Fame. How many people think it's going to be one of the All-Stars? I really couldn't hear that very well. Let's try that one more time. How many people think it's going to be an All-Star? How many think it's going to be a Knoxville regular? Oh, All-Stars, I think they've got you outnumbered. 25 laps. Doug Clark has the yellow light turned off. Green flag in hand. He's eyeing them down to the white line. Turns 3 and 4. Don Drow, Gary Wright, bring him to the line. It is showtime at Knoxville. Wheel to wheel, they charge into one. Drow up to the high side, nearly clips Wright. It's Gary Wright with the lead down the back straightaway. Frankie Kerr slips the 23 car into the third spot, but he's got company on the inside, and Kenny Jacobs. One car off the pace, off 4 on the high side, and Leonard Lee. Let's see if he can pull it into the infield. Doug Clark motioning him down as Leonard tries to get to the inside. Will stay green. Gary Wright, your leader. Don Brown Jr. rides second. It's Kenny Jacobs, Frankie Kerr. Your battle for fifth on the inside. It's Terry McCarl taking over from Skip Jackson. Now Jackson fighting back down the back straightaway. Joey Saldana chasing them. Jackson, slide job, McCarl up on turn 4. He'll take over the fifth spot. Now McCarl will try to return the favor as Skip shuts the door into 1. Your leader is still Gary Wright as they're already gaining on traffic as we score lap number 4. McCarl gets way down on the inside of 3, loses some ground as he'll drop back about 20 car lengths behind Jackson. Meanwhile, back up front, closing in on your leader is Don Brown Jr. Brown closing in as they enter traffic. Kenny Jacobs trying to make up ground in third, then it's Frankie Kerr with company now and Skip Jackson racing through turn 2. And now Joey Saldana slips on the inside and Terry McCarl will take over the 6th position. Gary Wright working traffic, tries to go on the inside of Tony Norm. Up on the cushion, it's Don Drow Jr. making the charge down the backstretch. Don Drow Jr. within striking distance of the 9 car. There's Kenny Jacobs racing in third. Skip Jackson on the inside of Frankie Kerr takes over 4th. Gary Wright still with the lead down the backstretch. Wright closing in on the lap car, Travis Graham. He dives low. Brown will stay on the cushion. He'll try to make up ground in 1 and 2. Jacobs still racing third, and it's Skip Jackson. Followed by Frankie Kerr, Terry McCarl, Joey Saldana, Breezy Whitworth, and Marlon Jones. Dean Jacobs on the charge up to challenge Jones. On the back straightaway, Dean Jacobs working on Marlon Jones into 3. As Don Drow Jr. slips a bit in turn 2, he loses some ground. Now Kenny Jacobs making a move on the inside of Brown in 3. Battle for second off turn 4. Kenny Jacobs on the inside of Don Drow. Wright trying to put some distance between himself and his competitors. He moves the outside of Bob Weave, working traffic in 3. Jacobs down low, hunting for second on Drow. Skip Jackson on the move in the 55 car. He's closing in 4th. Yellow light on the speedway. Tony Norum sitting facing the wrong direction in turn 2. Tony Norum bringing out the caution. as he sits backwards, topside turn 2. So a little different look on the single file restart as Gary Wright leads him through turns 3 and 4. Travis Graham, 1 lap down, tucked in behind Wright. Then it's Don Grout Jr. And Kenny Jacobs, we're back to green, we're back to racing. Jacobs with the move on. Grout takes over second. Now Skip will try him on the high side, but Don Grout Jr. shuts the door. Terry McCarl on the move, the inside of Jackson looking for fourth, but Skip right back on the inside, regains the position. 3-car battle for the third spot, racing through 1 and 2. It's Drought, Jackson, McCarl. Down the back straightaway, Skip makes a run on the inside of Don Drought. Skip Jackson on the charge. In the 55 car is up to third. Gary Wright trying to run away with this one. The driver out of Hooks, Texas is on the fly. Travis Graham still sitting in the second running order on the speedway, but he's racing 1 lap down the leaders. Gary Wright says, that's okay with me. I'll take off and run away and hide from you guys. Jacobs second, then it's Skip. Don Grout Jr., Terry McCall. Frankie Kerr, Joey Saldana, and Dean Jacobs with a good battle going on at 1 and 2 right now. Saldana on the inside, nothing down there, and Dean Jacobs keeps by on the outside. Gary Wright about a straightaway ahead of Kenny Jacobs, beginning to close in on lap traffic once again as we'll come around and score lap 17 this time by. 8 laps to go. Heavy traffic moves ahead for Gary Wright. Right behind the lap cars of Rockhold and Norham coming off 2. Look out, Gary might get pitched up the high side. Squeezes by Tony Norham on the outside. Now try to work his way around Manny Rockhold. The lap car of Travis Graham closing in on cars now that he'll be racing with for position. And then there's Kenny Jacobs and Skip Jackson. There's second and third. Graham down in the infield somehow saves the race car as he veers left to try to avoid a car sliding sideways to Tony Norham. Good save by Travis Graham. Back to racing, it's Gary Wright up top. Closing in on lap car of John Surnett. Kenny Jacobs has made up ground. This time around we'll have 5 laps to go for your leader. 20 down, 5 to go for Gary Wright. Fire in turn 4. Looks like it's a 92 car of Dean Jacobs will go red. The red light coming out for the 92 car of Dean Jacobs as it lets go and lights up over in turns 3 and 4. Who's rooting for Kenny Jacobs? How many think that Gary Wright will hold on and take the win tonight? We'll find out in 5. Here comes the man out of Hooks, Texas, bringing him to the cone. Doug Clark will let the green flag fly, and we're back to racing. 5 laps to go. McCarl bicycles his way past Drought, also Saldana on the move. Don Drought Jr. losing a couple spots on the restart. Here, racetrack ahead for Gary Wright. Kenny Jacobs trying to chase him down, but it's Skip Jackson, Terry McCarl up to 4th. Joey Saldana racing on the inside is currently 5th in the 17 car. That's Don Drought Jr., Frankie Kerr. Chasing Kerr. Moore on the inside of Kerr. Slide jobs it up. Can't get by as Kerr fights back on the inside. Near the wheel will go into turn 3. Oh, nearly making contact in 4. Kerr and Moore racing for position. Everybody headed the right direction. We'll look for a white flag this time by. 1 lap to go for Gary Wright. Jacobs, Skip Jackson, Terry McCarl, and then they go back away to Joey Saldana. That's your top 5 coming off turn 4. Tonight's feature winner, as Polito spins out, is going to be Gary Wright. Running second will be the 94 of Kenny Jacobs. Third goes to Skip Jackson. Fourth, the 24 of Terry McCarl. And fifth will be the 17 car of Joey Saldana.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. A McCroskey Chevrolet All-Star winner from Hooks, Texas, it's Gary Wright.